is what is playing out here within the processes. And the Imam at the celebrations yesterday rightly made it clear.
Yeah, the Shia Imam.
Yes, that we made a lot of statements that the NPP then was packing the judiciary and we needed to cap the judiciary. How many of those that we believed were too many are on retirement today? Aside the Chief Justice who is suspended, we still have full complement of those that we believed were too many at the bench, yet we come to power. And in less than 3 months...
A few of them will be leaving in the next...
Until then, we come to power, and within 6 months, we've added 7. So that's what the Imam was asking and was drawing the president's attention to yesterday. Are we walking the talk, or we are talking the walk? So clearly, it's not the NPP doing anything amorphous to defend the injustice. Rather, we believe in accountability. We believe that if anyone has anything to answer to the state, the person should answer. But within or without our party, we will speak to what is right. Within or without our party, we will defend people's rights. Remember our motto, development in freedom, which is born out of the spirit and soul of the Constitution. So if it's been done to the CJ today, and we all keep quiet, tomorrow, if it's been done to any of us, can we get the moral right to get up and speak against whatever process that's being meted out to anyone? So it's a matter of respecting people's rights. It's a matter of doing right by the people. It's a matter of going according to the Constitution, not hide behind the Constitution to perpetuate our political agenda and contradict all that we stood for or believed in when we were in opposition.
Very well. Let me come to you.
Yeah,
I noticed you've been jotting a few things. You have a response to this.
Of course,
Let's do this in 2 minutes.
I like that he says it's a matter of going according to the Constitution. We have gone according to the Constitution.
Yeah.
The process has adhered to the Constitution. In fact, all the distractors and detractors are the ones trying to push the process away from the constitutional provisions. The Constitution says one thing. You want to introduce your personal preferences. Preferences that satisfy you. Look, nobody is above the law in this country.
True.
Let's not create that kind of situation. He also mentions NDC politicizing the judiciary. And when you look at the Supreme Court judges, which of them was appointed by the NDC? Just one, right? The rest were appointed by Akufo-Addo. It is possible for me to also sit here and argue that you appointed them according to political affiliations. How do you prove it? It's not just, look, let's avoid sentimentality and sensationalism.
I mean,
okay, let me land.
No.
Let me land.
You want to make a correction?
Yes. I have not said anywhere that any of the 7 judges appointed today are affiliated to the NDC.
You
My
said
argument
NDC
was that
told their lawyers
based on
to
what
get
was
ready.
said before.
Yes.
Then the NDC say that?
And I'm asking you, which part of it is politicized? The present lawyers that are being, judges that are being vetted, who have been vetted for the Supreme Court, one can argue that some of them are even NPP. It doesn't change anything.
Let's get the fundamentals right.
My whole point is that you are just alleging.
The reference I made with the statements that were made in opposition, that NDC lawyers should try to take up positions at the bench.
Right.
I am not saying it's mutually inclusive or is directly related to the
judges.
But if it cannot
be proven, then we cannot admit that statement.
Come on, let's get understanding.
If it has not been affected,
so it's an inference
I'm saying that
from your action.
Yes, I'm saying that I'm not even making references here or inferences here. I'm saying that certain things were said which speaks to politicizing the judiciary.
Right.
That is different from saying that the 7 judges today are of NDC persuasion.
Let's
distance.
So someone says something.
Those arguments.
Someone says something and doesn't act upon it. How does it make? How do you even bring that statement into this conversation?
Oh, goodness.
As something to use against the process of the CJ's removal. Look, as of last year, there were 33 judges in the appeals court. Today we have 53. Do you know who appointed them up to 53? Akufo-Addo. One of them is a known NPP guy. In fact, I could say some of them, but I don't know those other ones. The one I know, Pokwedu say, known NPP guy, he was on Facebook defending Akufo-Addo at every turn. He is one of the persons that was appointed.
Okay.
So if we are talking about the politicization of the judiciary, I think the NPP, look in the mirror first before you come out and accuse.
So
when you come out and accuse, give us evidence. I've given you evidence. You see, I've given you look, back in the day, it's the same NPP that used to tell us when you have an issue, go to court. Why are you running away from the court now?
Is the NPP run away from the court?
The process is simple. Like the engineer mentioned,
No, please,
the CJ came out and held a press conference.
Let's get fundamentals right.
She listened to you when you were making your submission.
The NPP
Please, when she's done, you can
You
come
are
in.
heckling me. I don't like it. When you were making your submission, I allowed you to.
No, please allow her.
Go ahead.
Please allow her.
I'll get an opportunity.
Yeah, you get an opportunity to.
Sorry about that.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Go
appreciate
ahead.
that.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you.
Go ahead.
Look, so when you come here and then you make an accusation, my simple point is, let's not get sentimental and emotional and say that because a process is not going according to our preference, it doesn't have to be comfortable to us. We have to submit ourselves to the judicial processes of this country, which remains supreme over personal preferences and personal emotions. The process is simple. Instead of coming out to do a press conference and make allegations that cannot even be substantiated to the point that you refuse to even take questions, why don't you go to court? You think that there's any issue against you. The process is at the Supreme Court. As a CJ, and the CJ knows all of these things, the issues that the Attorney General has raised, you can't tell me the CJ has no idea about some of these. Engineer even mentioned the issue relating to Edu Lodge. Sensationalism. Trying to court public sympathy without using the right facts. If you come out and you want people to have sympathy for you, I can understand that entire need. But can you remain factual? If she had submitted herself to questions by the journalists that were present, some of them, I believe, would have brought up this whole issue. You came and you quoted, made quotes, you stated a date, something that happened much later. You came and you twisted the facts. For what purpose? The same Edu Lodge, when it was renovated, was commissioned by Akufo-Addo. Was it in 2014 or 2024 or 2023, one of those? This is the same thing that you are accusing the NDC of using against you. In what way? How does it justify it? That's why I'm saying it's okay for you to fight a process that you think is being used against you. But can we remain committed to the facts? And when we accuse the NDC of trying to do anything to compromise the judiciary, let us first ask ourselves, where is the evidence? There's no evidence of such. Rather, there's evidence of the NPP putting their people at the appeals court and in other places. I have given you the data and I have mentioned one of them. Is it true or is it not true? Thank you.